morning and welcome to our family therapy show. Today we are coming live from White Rhino Hotel in Mombasa, and you can see we are all sweating here. It's quite hot, but it's going to be lit. I have a panel of guests today in my station, and we're going to discuss the topic why people cheat in relationship. I know everyone is familiar with that topic, and today we're going to address it. As we told you, this is family therapy show. Keep tagged, keep watching. Welcome. And to start on my right hand, I have Mr. Byron. Can you kindly introduce yourself?
So I'm Byron Odhiambo, and I'm glad to be in this show today.
My name is Iminza, and I'm glad I'm here.
My name is Estanjiri Nganga, a student, and I'm glad to be here.
I thank you and welcome you all for coming. And we are going to go directly to the discussion of today. And I'm going to pose a question to all of you. And I will be asking you, why do people actually cheat in relationships?
So personally, I think people cheat because maybe it's not working out. Like it's not working out for you, it's not what you expected, so you go for looking for another option.
Okay, Doreen?
I think it's a personal choice to cheat. You just wake up and decide I want to cheat. There's nothing like you can say it's a mistake at your I was under some influence of something and then I cheated. It's because you wanted to cheat. That's why you cheated.
Okay. Jerry, what do you think?
And for me, why people cheat, it's maybe because of lust. Maybe you admire another person's relationship and you decide to cheat because you want to achieve that person's relationship.
So maybe you are like you're benchmarking people, and if yours is not working the way theirs is working, so you decide to cheat.
To cheat, because
and
of
I think
lust.
that's bad. So, talking of that, have you ever been cheated on, and how did you react if anything happened of the sort?
Okay, so personally, I would say even if maybe I've been cheated on, then I've not really found out. But personally, if I was cheated on, it could be the end of everything. Like,
what do you mean by the end of everything?
I wouldn't take that from like it could be just maybe we just
The end of the
part ways
relationship?
because maybe we are not helping each other out. So it would just be better if we look for other options.
Okay. It means that.
Yeah, I've ever been cheated on and it didn't go out well. Yeah.
What did
You
you
know,
do?
the pain of you have lowered your standard for someone
Sure.
and then only for you to find out that the person wasn't worth anything. And then worse still, the person ends up cheating, like cheating on you. And you had given it your all, you thought, oh, let me give this shot, and then end up being
Maybe this
disappointed, like
time it's
really
going to
bad.
work.
It was such a blow, and it took some time to heal. Like it was really bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry, have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
did you do?
I've ever been cheated on like for 2 times. I really trusted my spouse so much. I really don't know how much I'm going to say because till now when I remember those moments, I really made a lot in our love relationship. I sacrificed a lot for him, but he ended up cheating me for twice. For the first time, I forgave him, knowing that he won't repeat the mistake, but he did. And for now, I don't trust any guy. I just trust myself.
Oh yes, I know it can become emotional when people cheat on you. You're giving much expectation and then they fail.
Yeah.
Talking of that, what do you think are the causes of the cheating? Because the cheating stuff has become so rampant in our relationships. It's ending marriages, relationships, and everything. What do you think are the causes of the cheating?
So cheating actually it started the whole point of like how did it start? Like what was the day? Like what did she bring to the table and what did you bring? So if it does come to a moment when she can't bring that anymore, of course I'll look for something else like somebody to bring the
Wouldn't you
thing.
prefer like you talk first, tell this person you're not doing this and this as we agreed, this is why I might consider another way?
Relationship are not just black and white, they're complicated. You have a spouse who maybe you know very well if we decide to discuss this issue, it's not going to go down well.
Okay.
So maybe some of us we don't really face conflicts like head on. We try to avoid conflicts as much as possible. So the moment you're going to engage me in this discussion which is not going to end up well and which is not purposeful, I would rather just go for a peaceful option. Sit on you.
And you think that's a good thing, like?
Oh, it's not a good thing, but it's actually the right thing sometimes.
Doreen, what do you think causes this cheating?
I think it's peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
A lot of men, or rather women, we can't just blame it on men cheating.
Because
even women
it's
cheat.
two-way,
So I
everyone
think
cheats.
when you have, so as for men mostly, because they believe that we are mighty and everything, and then they're not supposed to
They
be.
can handle several
And
women.
then cheating is so normalized to them. Like if a man cheats, it's okay, but if a woman does.
But I think this has to do with society. Maybe I think it blames a woman so much when you cheat as a woman.
Yeah, because they claim that if you're a woman and you cheat, you become a slut. But for a man, you're just showing how strong you are and how
you become kind of hero.
Yeah, and the way you can take care of a lot of women and everything. So society has played a major role in that. The moment they started glorifying, making people think like having a mpango kind of is so okay. People dating other, which is very wrong.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Jerry.
As I already had said, what causes cheating is maybe lust, people wanting to have that couple goals in other people's relationship.
Last, maybe, let me ask, last, can it be brought by dissatisfaction maybe?
Yeah.
People are not satisfied and you can't talk and then you end up cheating.
But if you're not satisfied, why don't you talk to your partner and tell
because
them?
I think
Can we change?
communication is key in a relationship. People should talk.
Yeah, because if you're not satisfied, you talk to your partner and you try and adjust. If it doesn't help, you try again, and then from there, maybe you just can part ways. If you're not comfortable in a relationship, don't cheat. Just go.
Just let it go.
Yeah,
I would like to agree with Doreen. You see, in today's relationship, many people, they don't have that much good communication. So let's say two couples are dating. When two couples are dating, and let's say one is unsatisfied, let's say sexually, that person won't have that energy or courage to tell the other person that you are not satisfying me
But
in bed.
this is your partner.
But
I think
that's why
should
you
be,
find
like,
that another
transparent.
person, that person decides to cheat on him by that person decides to cheat on him, and he or she hasn't told the other partner the reason why he or she cheated on the other person.
And that, I think, it would bring about mistrust, because now if you have been cheated on and this person
you
is
start
not
having
talking,
trust issues.
and then betrayals and everything is going to be a hard process. I think from there, we are going to go for a short commercial break and we will be right back. Don't go any further.
Karibuni sana kwenye Fontech Chuda msikitini Kiziwi. Fundi mkubwa atapatikana kwa jina la Ali Boy. Tunatengeza laptop, masimu, kazi zote zinaendelea, simu zote, mashine. Tunafanya kazi kwa makini, kazi nzuri bila pressure, customer apate kuenjoy kwa simu yake inayotengezwa. Karibuni sana Kiziwi Chuda msikitini. Fontech, kampuni ndogo inayoamkia. Karibuni sana, tunawakaribisha promote katika mafanikio yetu ili tuendelee kesho kufaidisha sisi wenyewe.
Welcome back, and we are going to go on with our discussion. And the first question will be, what are the effects of cheating now that cheating has been happening and people are being cheated on? And what are the effects of the cheating?
So, cheating really affects relationships.
Or the consequences,
So maybe probably if you've been cheated on, you can get depressed and stressed over it. And I've also seen cases whereby people have really gone suicidal and even gone to an extent of attempting it, or some have been successful. We've had the cases in the news. So cheating is actually, it affects people psychologically a lot.
Yes, because this is whereby people are giving a lot of trust to their spouses, and if you're giving even high expectation on them and you become like you're disappointed, some of us are not strong. I think people are not strong outside.
People are different emotionally.
Before you cheat, kindly just take care of the soul of your partner. Make sure you make the right choice. And Doreen.
Yeah, I think cheating brings about homosexuality. If for example, me, the way I was cheated on, after I've lowered my standard for that person, it really broke me like completely. Because for once, like I've lowered my standard for you, I've chosen to trust you, even when I was told you're not the right person, and then I still blindly went to you. So others who are not as strong as I am, they'll end up thinking like all men are the same.
Sure.
The moment you think,
women are.
yeah, or if it's a man, he's going to say like all women are the same and everything. So this brings up about emotional torture, and you'll try to find out the way out. And for others, they'll choose to be homosexual.
Sure.
Because there's this notion that if you date a woman, the woman will understand you better.
Because she
has been there.
Yeah.
She knows what it means to be betrayed. She knows what it means to have been loved and used and everything. Yeah. So that can be one of the causes. If that person is not strong enough to make those wise decisions, that's how they end up dating such people.
Yeah. Jerry, what do you think are the effects of cheating?
Personally, for me, the effects of cheating, it really leads to depression. As for me, when I was cheated on like 2 years ago, I was really depressed. I had no one to talk to. I was just at home. Everything just turned upside down because I was really dedicated to that person because I really loved him. But at the end, he decided to disappoint me. That led me to being depressed a lot. And at some point, I wanted to have to commit suicide because of my situation, because I really tried in our relationship trying to make things work out, but at the end, it never ended well. It led me to have the thoughts of committing suicide, but at the end, got some I got some emotional support from my mother, who really helped me so much. Cheating is really bad. It really leads to suicidal effects.
I know it's bad. And Mr. Byron, do you think that married couples, what should they do? Instances of cheating, what should they do when there are instances of cheating?
So it depends on if you're cheated on, can you handle it? Can you really handle, like, if you can handle it, then maybe you can talk it over. But in some situations, maybe if you've been cheated on and the kind of guy with trust issues, you can't trust that person anymore. Just better to maybe end the relationship.
They divorce.
They divorce if you're at all married, but if you're still maybe in a relationship, could just maybe just break up.
But I think, when you say you're going to forgive and forgive, you don't forget. And I think this is what is leading people to have bitter hearts. And sometimes you do something small and people are having slaps, blows all over. And some people even end up killing their spouses, their children even. It's really bad. It starts with a small mistake, just cheating. So that's why I'm calling all of you to be on the lookout. Please don't cheat. And then, if you have been cheated on, do you think like the trusting the spouse again will work for you? Or what is the advice that you will give people who have been cheated on? What's it there?
So just like I said personally at the start, personally you just have to know yourself. If you know that once you've been cheated on, you can never recover from it, there is no need to force it and then end up being depressed and being suicidal. So she or he will do it the first time, then do it the second and the third and the fourth.
So it becomes a trend.
So it becomes kind of a pattern. So if you are ready to maybe handle that pattern of depression and stuff, if you don't love yourself enough, then you can maybe go ahead and start dating this person. But the best advice is that if you're sure that they may never really, it's going to become a cycle of depression and emotional breakdowns and recoveries and advices, just end the relationship. There's always that better person somewhere else. And there's also, you can maybe be you.
Be you and consider your happiness first.
Yeah.
Doreen, what's your advice to people who have been cheated on and they're experiencing?
I know it's hard, but you have to talk it out.
Talk about.
Maybe we're the ones who lead them to cheat. So the thing is, know why your partner cheated.
Talking of that, people don't want to talk out and say, this is why I cheated.
No, you talk to your partner. Know why he or she cheated. if it's something that can be solved, well and good. If it's something that you can't really change, then you're just wasting your time. You're not meant for each other. Then
it's not compatible. It's
yeah,
not
you
working.
two are not compatible.
Yeah.
You're just facing this issue. So just go. Just love yourself more.
Sure.
And don't put yourself in something that is going to debate your happiness or your mental health.
Sure. Because this is what some of our young girls are doing outside here. Even boys, because we are seeing even women kidding their husbands and husbands kidding their wives, because of saying like, I want to try it, I want to give it a try, maybe next time it's going to work. So if it's not working, you're not
just
compatible,
leave it.
just leave it at
accept
that.
the reality and go.
Sure. Jerry, what's your say to people who have been cheated on, now that you have been cheated on once?
Yeah, what I really tell most of the people, for those, because I have my own group, it's called Youth Empowerment. For those people in my organization, I usually focus on those people who have been cheated on, and what I really try to encourage them is, for you to, when you want to start another relationship, you need to take a lot of time for you to think about your next relationship, and when you are in that relationship, you need to know that person well. You need to know the behaviors of that person, the true colors of that person, so that it will at least give you a step to know that person. Let's say if he or she will try to cheat you in the future, knowing a person's behavior will really help you. Yeah.
Okay, and that was for today. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for having scheduled time with us. And that was our therapy show for today. Don't go any further. Till next time. Bye bye.
If you think you wanna battle,